This is a shout out and a big thank you to McMaster-Carr. Stay tuned for Airlogic's COVID-19 response story and how McMaster-Carr helped make it possible.
My name is Mara Alvarez, and I'm the marketing assistant here at Airlogic. In early 2020, we watched the world begin to deal with COVID-19. Many of us at Airlogic wondered what we could do to help. We wondered if there was any way we could make a difference. Soon after the virus began to impact life in the US, ventilator orders started to come in, and then more, and then way more than we could expect. And before we knew it, we were completely over capacity in almost every department in the factory. We ran overtime, started extra shifts, implemented COVID-19 safety protocols, and we did everything we could to expand our production and keep everyone safe simultaneously. Incredibly, we were able to scale up our production in almost every way in every department to meet our new demand, except for one product of ours, our diaphragm amplifiers. A quick history lesson on the diaphragm amplifiers. They're a product from the 1960s when Airlogic got its name. And in time before microcontrollers, pneumatic logic was king. The diaphragm amplifiers have a function very similar to a transistor in an electrical circuit. They are able to amplify very low pressure to signal a much higher one. They happen to be very good for detecting pressure changes in a patient circuit on a ventilator. Now, when a product is spec'd into a medical device, it cannot be substituted without lengthy testing and approvals. So it became very clear to everyone in Airlogic we needed to do a massive overhaul to meet demand. Everything was out of date on the diaphragm amplifier production line. Molding, assembling, testing, and marking has not seen any improvements in decades, and the typical sales volume were about 100 per year. So there was no reason to make improvements. And all of a sudden, we need to make 100 times our production over a course of a few weeks. And the only way we're going to be successful is if our suppliers came through in a big way. And they did, and we're saying thank you.
My name is John Hayden, and I'm the marketing manager at Airlogic. 2020 has been crazy in so many ways. We wanted to stop and say thank you to the hardworking and essential employees and companies who've helped us go the extra mile and really made a difference for us this year. There are so many online retailers out there, but for us, McMaster-Carr always stands above the rest. Their website has always been one of my favorites on the entire internet. It is so easy to use and free of clutter. It doesn't mess me up with pop-up ads or distract me with other things. When we were putting together a new production line for our ventilator components, we needed all types of little things to make our production more efficient. Assembly presses, Allen wrenches, O-rings, mounting hardware, trays, gauges, just to name a few. We especially love these Janesville presses that McMaster-Carr carries. We've been using Janesville presses for a long time. We had our own nests to quickly make assembly and test fixtures. They're accurate and they last forever. Next, we use a push pin and a drill bushing from McMaster to make a flexible quick change workstation. Sometimes issues pop up and they need a simple and quick solution. For instance, we made these COVID-19 barriers so our operators could safely work on the production line next to each other. However, we ran into an issue because one station needed to safely pass inventory to the next. So to fix the issue, we just needed an 80-20 hanger and some weather stripping. With McMaster-Carr, we had the problem solved the next day. And that's what's really so great about McMaster. We put in so many orders in the afternoon and we received the parts the next day. To give a comparison, one of the largest online retailers actually, deemed one of our orders non-essential and pushed out all of our deliveries by a month. So while we're trying to ramp up to make ventilator components to respond to COVID, this massive online retailer blindly made an assumption about our small company and thought we were non-essential. We didn't have time to argue. Instead, we just stuck with the McMaster-Carr for the rest of our orders. Their service never faltered, and they always delivered. I'm sure we are not even close to McMaster-Carr's largest customer, yet they executed every order with us with accuracy and on time. So to everyone at McMaster, thank you. Thank you for a wide breadth of parts and inventory, and especially thank you for maintaining such a great service even through COVID-19.